Today we are going to talk about magical tools. So a lot of people are asking me, do I need that candle? Do I need this candle? Are tools necessary? Are circles necessary? Are triangles necessary? How to manifest spirit into a triangle? Etc. etc. And I will say this. You can run for 100 miles. But it's easier to sit in a car. You can use magic without any tools, but it's easier with tools. So, yeah. All of those things, candles, triangles, circles, blades, chalices, offerings, all of those things make rites easier. And by the way, you don't have to use those things in order for a rite to work, but those things make rites more powerful. Now, somebody also asked me, is turning in the direction of your altar necessary for your magical practice when you do the ritual? And my answer is no, it isn't. Altars are later development. Majority of early shamans, sorcerers and witches and majority of modern shamans, sorcerers and witches do not have any kind of altar. Okay? I think obsession with altar we have today is a little bit of Christian influence. I personally opened portals. Portal and altar are one and the same thing technically. And it increased my practice, it increased my power. But it isn't necessary. It isn't necessary. What altar is you literally dedicate certain space to a deity in order to open a portal to the realm of that deity, in which the energy of that deity will run through. And it makes your rituals easier and more powerful. In order to set up altar for a deity, you need to know cardinal directions of the deity. You need to know what are his candle associations, what are his favorite offerings. And by the way, short note about offerings too. When you are giving offerings to the spirits, what's necessary is that you are giving offering in some kind of a sacred space and dedicated space. So before you give an offering, rise a sacred space, banish all negative influences, and then state that you are giving offering so and so to deity so and so, and then call that deity until you feel his energy, and then lay the offerings for the deity. Leave them for the deity. Leave for the deity to feed off the energy from the offering. So that's my short note on offerings, altars, and ritual tools. And if you want to use ritual tools, use them properly. So take care that you use correct candle correspondences. And take note that you indeed don't make a contradictory statement in your rite. So I will make a few examples in order to make sense of everything I said in this video. So the first thing I said in this video is like about tools. So for example, I wanna call Belial, Demon King Belial, right? I wanna summon him. And in order to summon him, I can summon him without any tools. I can presence his energy and feel his energy without any tools. But what if I want to make this ritual more powerful? I will draw a triangle on the floor. I will inscribe his name onto the triangle. I will put black, green, or red candles at 3 points of the triangle. I will draw a circle around myself, just to make a statement of authority. And then I will lay incense into the triangle and light it, and then proceed to call Belial into the incense. Now, I can call Belial without the incense, without the candles, without the circle. But if I call him with incense, candle, circle, and triangle, it will be much more effective. Because I am using incense as a vehicle for a spirit to manifest. And it makes much easier for the spirits to manifest. I am feeding him with energy through the candles and incense. I am also giving him some kind of specialized space to manifest through triangle. And I am making entire ritual more powerful. So if you cannot afford or you don't have space for circle, triangle, or have money for the candles, that's fine. But candles, circle, triangle, and incense will definitely make ritual more powerful. And also, what I said about offerings, how to give offerings. Why I said you need to raise a sacred space. I said you need to raise a sacred space because if you don't raise a sacred space and take procedures, there is a possibility imposter spirit will appear and he will take offering instead of the spirit you intended to. So I will tell to my audience how I give offerings. I, for example, want to give offering to Belial. And what I do? I sit and I repeat, Raja Belial, Raja Belial, Raja Belial, or Ha Belial Hashedim, Ha Belial Hashedim, Ha Belial Hashedim, Ha Belial Hashedim, until the energy of Belial appears, until I'll feel it. When I feel it, I lay in front of him, in front of his energy, already prepared offering, and I proclaim, O great King Belial, in the name of the infernal realm, and all of the dark powers, in the name of the black sun, and the great might of the old gods, I give you this offering. So, I usually offer him my own blood, or meat of some animals, or cheese, or wine, or I also offer him dark green candles, red candles, or black candles. And he is fine with that. But what is important here is you need to raise a sacred space to avoid imposters showing up. And you also need to call spirit to which you are giving an offering energetically. And then lay offering for him on the altar or in the woods or outdoors or in some consecrated space. And proclaim that those offerings are indeed for him. They are not for some other spirit. Because if you just lay down offering without strong statement, some other spirit can come and take the offering. You need to authoritatively say, I give offering to, in this case, Belial. I give offering to Demon King Belial in name of the Black Sun and all infernal powers. In name of Satan, Lucifer, Beelzebub, and Leviathan, I give offering to demons so and so, It needs to be authoritative. You need to make a statement to the spirit world when you are making an offering, when you are giving an offering. So, also, I talked a lot about altars in this video. And here is the thing, in regard to altars, it doesn't have to be fancy. Just clean one table in your room, in appropriate cardinal direction. In case of Belial, it will be north. And then, after you cleaned that table, light 2 candles on that table and put 1 candle in one corner of the table, 1 candle in another corner of the table, and light those candles in front of the sigil of the entity you want to make an altar to. And then call that entity his incantation until you feel his presence, and then proclaim, "In the name of all the infernal powers, I dedicate this altar to spirit so and so," in this case Belial. And by the way, if you want to dedicate altar to Belial, his appropriate cardinal direction is north. So if you want to make him an altar, the table with 2 candles and his sigil, dedicated everything to him in the direction of the north. So this is a short guide, short example, how I give offerings, how I set up an altar, and how I, in general, treat and have opinion about magical tools. So thanks for your time, and I think this is enough for today.